The three-month-long budget session commenced today on a somber note, with both houses of parliament adjourned to mourn the demise of sitting RJD member Uma Shankar Singh. But this is perhaps just a lull before the storm, with the political protests at the All India Bandh probably an indication of the storm that's to follow in parliament in the days to come, as the opposition sets to go all out with the elections looming in the backdrop. On We Mean Business tonight, we debate whether any business at all will get transacted in this session of Parliament, and whether indeed we can afford to lose any more time given the heavy legislative reform agenda to get through. Joining me to discuss this on the show is Neerja Chowdhury, political and social commentator, and Seshadri Chari, National Executive Member of the BJP from our New Delhi studios. Ashok Kumar Jha, former Finance Secretary, would also join in on a link from Delhi later. Sumanth Sinha, Chairman and CEO of Renew Power, joins in to give us an industry perspective, also on a link from the capital. And Sanjay Jha from congress.com joins us on a link from Mumbai. In fact, I want to begin with you, ma'am, Neerja Chowdhury. Both houses of parliament adjourned today. But what's your sense really on how this budget session will pan out? Is it going to be a stormy session?
I think I expect it to be stormy in parts. But certainly the railway budget has to get passed, will get passed. The union budget has to get passed, it will get passed. Motion of thanks to the President's address, that will be taken up tomorrow. The opposition is getting all ready to corner the government on Choppergate, maybe on the Korean affair. As far as Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde goes, his expression of regret has diffused that tension between the BJP and the government. There is the Arun Jaitley tapping affair, so that may also be taken up by the BJP. And there is very important legislation pending, both on the economic front as well as the social front. There is the banking, there is the insurance bill, but that will probably come in the second half, and that will depend very much on what stand the BJP takes, whether it will actually cooperate with the government. Then there is the Lokpal bill, the land acquisition bill. There is this ordinance on sexual harassment and the change required in rape laws. There again, much will depend on the stance that the opposition parties take, the extent to which they cooperate with the government. Right. I think broadly they will. So there is very important agenda ahead. But what is interesting, there will be contention between the ruling party and the opposition party, because we must not forget that we have now entered the election phase. There are very important assembly elections down the line this year, which will be like a mini general election in preparation for general elections next year.
Right. So, Sanjay Jha, I just want to take that to you. Like Neerja Chowdhury said, lots of important legislative agenda to get through. The opposition, of course, has a lot of fodder to attack the Congress. Are you worried in some sense that all of this heavy legislative agenda that's pending in some sense could get scuttled because of the kind of conflict that could come through?
Honestly, we have been experiencing a lot of obstructionist politics for a long time. And if you look at the kind of valuable time that has been lost in getting many of the legislative processes going in Parliament, thanks to the logjam created principally by the Bharatiya Janata Party as an opposition party, on issues that could have been just resolved and debated, I think has been a monumental, almost a criminal, cardinal waste of time that I think the whole country, I'm sure, considers reprehensible. Going forward, this is critical because, some of the bills that Neerja mentioned, she's absolutely right, whether it's a land acquisition, whether it's going to be the GST, whether we're talking about the Lokpal bill, and obviously the anti-rape bill that we are talking about. All these are critical over and above, obviously, the railway and the big union budget. Yeah, this is a time for all political parties to display greater maturity. I feel it's so unfortunate that you're having a Bharat Bandh on issues that political parties should tell their trade unions that they should represent and battle it out in Parliament. Now, there is absolutely, in my opinion today, India as a democracy is being looked upon with great degree of interest by all the foreign investors and the global community, not just from the point of commercial interest. We are a large nation. We are a vibrant economic superpower in the making. we are playing a significant role, not just in IT, but in multiple other ways by which Indian companies have acquired businesses abroad. So as a country, we can't afford to send wrong signals. So I do hope the Bharatiya Janata Party in particular, because they have been setting too many preconditions, making all kinds of threats. I do hope they will act responsibly.
Sanjay, I want to take that to the BJP. Seshadri Chari, is the BJP going to calm down after what happened in the winter session? Because rightly so, you have lots and lots of fodder really to attack the government, whether it's the chopper scam, it's the CBI tapes that have emerged, Shinde's remarks on Hindu terror, the so inflationary pressures that the economy faces, because of which we've also seen this two-day Bharat Bandh preceding the budget.
Going by the number of issues on which the opposition can corner this government, I am afraid that this government itself, especially the floor managers of the UPA, may not allow the parliament to function peacefully. This government is not interested in running this parliament because this is practically the last budget session of this government, UPA 2. And it's being watched, and the political situation is going to be very difficult. The economic situation is absolutely under mismanagement, and no less a person than the President of India has himself said and called for stern and strict economic actions. Right. So in the face of all this, I am afraid the BJP, all the advice that my good friend from the Congress, Hamara Congress, not the Congress party practically, I would have really loved to hear a Congress party, blue-blooded Congress party man speak on this show. But all this advice actually should be given to the Congress, who are responsible, the UPA.
What's the BJP going to do? Because you say there's a lot of economic agenda to get through, and very, very critical at this point in time that we revive the economy. There's a big bill spending. Is the BJP, despite all the differences that you have with the Congress, on many of them going to let the House function?
See, there can't be two opinions about economic revival. We require an economic revival. This is a demand-driven economy, and the entire European Union and the US economy is looking towards India. But these things cannot be done in the next 5 days. We are going to have a budget in the next 5 days. Next week we are going to have a budget,
so
and this is the last session for
which will last for 3 months.
However much the BJP may wish, we will. If the UPA wants,
that has displayed its true colors, you cannot trust Mr. Chari to say one thing, his party might do another.
No, if the UPA wants, we will not even attend these sessions. We will all sit outside the parliament. But will they be able to really retrieve the economy? Will they be able to retrieve the situation? Will they be able to build investor confidence? Will they be able to bring in domestic investment?
But you're not answering my question. You're not answering my question. Are you going to let the House function? Because we have very many economic reform-oriented bills, including the companies bill, for instance, which needs to get the muster of the Rajya Sabha. You have the land acquisition bill, the FDI in insurance and pensions. Are you going to ensure that all of these go through?
It is the responsibility of the ruling party to see that the House functions. If the ruling party wants the House to function, we are game for it. So we are as much part and parcel of the economy, we are as much part and parcel of the House and the democracy which my friend is talking about. But I want to know from the ruling party what is up in their sleeves.